Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of our Lion Fight Zoom chats. This is a one more preview show as we get ready for March the 12th, our return to UFC Fight Pass on Friday, March the 12th from Hutchinson, Kansas. And not only do we have Nathan Corbett, of course, on this edition, but we're also joined by our special guest, Crystal Van Wyck, who will be on the main card on UFC Fight Pass. We're excited about it. Crystal, let's get right to our first question for you. Is you have a showdown, women's flyweight showdown with Andy Nguyen. Now, without getting into a lot of the Oprah Winfrey type of details and things like that, give us a little synopsis. The two of you, let's just say, are not the best of friends, and it could be a bit of a grudge match, or at least some hard feelings when this one finally gets in the ring.
Yeah, basically, she just I think she kind of wanted to. I don't know if she did it to get the fight. I don't know why she did it, but she kind of just blew up on social media about some things about me, and I just wasn't happy about it, and we kind of had a back and forth, and I just inboxed her and said, well, let's settle this the right way, March 12th. So I'm quite excited about it.
Does that add anything to the fight for you in terms of, and I mean, obviously your preparation, you're getting fully prepared, but does that extra bit of maybe the animosity, let's call it, does that add anything to your preparation and how you'll approach the fight?
I think it might actually, because this will be the first time I actually have this with somebody, and I'm just that kind of person. I'm a very aggressive fighter, so I'm kind of looking forward to legally being able to beat somebody up. I'm joking.
I love that. Nathan, go ahead.
Well, firstly, Crystal, that kind of stuff excites me, and I had an interesting fight career myself where, as you said, you're aggressive and you're already an aggressive fighter, but it just takes that one little switch where someone's just, at the end of the day, when you're going to go in there, you're going to try and do the best to win the fight,
right,
with the, as quick as possible to inflict the most damage as soon as possible, but there's no hard feelings. But then occasionally there's an opponent that rocks up and just likes to poke the bear the wrong way. So then it's a little bit more sweet. The thing that I want to ask you around that topic, and then we'll move on to more the strategy and more the fighting stuff, is what I see a lot, which annoys me a lot in the fight industry, is people will start these confrontations. They start to hate each other, but then when the fight's over, all of a sudden they hug each other again.
Best friends.
I don't agree with that. I think that if someone was that bad to me and I left them in a pool of blood, I'd easily leave them to die in the ring and walk off. So right. I'm asking you, even though you say it with a laugh and a giggle and a sweet smile, Crystal, you finish the fight, you destroy her, you win the fight, you KO her, you do something nasty, she's left there. What happens next?
I kind of going to be happy, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to be rude and disrespectful, because she stepped in there and we had a fight. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we settled it the way I wanted to. So I'll be happy. I'm going to walk out there with a smile.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. Well, anyway, moving off that energy. Obviously, I've done a little bit of research, some interviews, some of you have MMA fights. I did notice you are aggressive. You start really fast, start quick. Being obviously your first time on a professional Muay Thai card. From my research, it seems that striking is something that you love anyway. But coming into obviously a striking match with the full Thai rules, the 5 minutes, 5 rounds, 3 minutes, the clinch, the elbows. Does this change any of your preparation, obviously moving from more of a mixed martial arts background, moving into a Thai boxing fight, or is it pretty much just being the same game plan all the way through?
So basically, I started with jiu-jitsu, in the MMA thing. Jiu-jitsu was my thing. And then for some reason, I just the striking thing became more naturally what I was good at. And so we did Muay Thai from the beginning. That was, we did submission wrestling and Muay Thai. That was where I started, or how we started in our training. And so I always wanted to do Muay Thai. I always wanted to do that. I just, you know, it always ended up being MMA because of opponents and things like that. And then when I did the Muay Thai atom weight, you know, we fought for a belt and I won. I was like, man, like, I like this. And that was, wow, I think that could have been 2 years ago. So we've been training for this fight specifically. Like, I didn't know, I actually had a boxing match about a year ago and that fell through. So we had been working on my striking for boxing, and then we just ended up throwing in the elbows and the kicks as soon as we knew that we could have had a Muay Thai match. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've been working for the longest time. Muay Thai, Muay Thai, Muay Thai every single day.
So it's really quite a blessing then, obviously, after, you know, such a long time with COVID restricting everyone's fights, you come back to the place where you feel most dominant in, and also on a big stage. So is this the beginning of a new career, in a sense that obviously you had your MMA career, not to say it's over, but is this the beginning of something new, a new love, a new step into like putting it all in the one basket and more like less focusing on Muay Thai? Because to be good at one sport, you really need to focus on one of them.
Correct. That's what I decided to do. I decided to put everything into Muay Thai. I watch Muay Thai fights every day. I want to go to Thailand. I want to fight there. I want to train there. Like, I've been just like focused on that, and that's what I want to do. Like, I want to keep my focus there until I become a champion in it, you know. And then maybe if I become a champion at Muay Thai and I do really well after a few years, maybe I'll do an MMA fight again, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
But for now, the focus is staying in the lane of Thai boxing and fixing that. That's amazing. That's good to hear from, of course, from Lion Fight. We can't wait to have you on there. I'm especially excited to be able to call this fight. I'd seen called Andy's fight before when she fought Magali Alvarez. She got the kick, broke her arm. It's quite interesting that both ladies on this fight, you know, both coming from, I guess, a mixed martial arts career, but then now meeting in the Muay Thai arena. So
it's going to be quite interesting. I like it a lot.
Well, she likes to claim that she's a striker, and that's something that she does. Obviously, she's trained in a lot of gyms that are, you know, striking based gyms. So of course, she's coming in here with confidence. But this is it's exciting.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
And Crystal, you've got another adventure ahead of you. Obviously, the focus right now is on the fight on March 12th. Yeah. But you have decided, after a pretty lengthy run and opening a really cool gym in the U.S., that you and your family are going to move back to South Africa. What was behind that decision in terms of, from the fighting perspective, let's say, will that benefit you going back to your home country?
Honestly, it's been something that I've desired for a very long time, you know, going back to South Africa, where I'm from, and fighting there. I haven't had the opportunity to do it much. So this will be very exciting for me, something that's like a tick for me, you know, like I get to go to South Africa and fight. Like, that would be great, you know. And obviously the driving force of this is my husband, you know, just with opportunities and things back there. We just had doors open for us, and we like, okay, this is what we need to do now. So we're just very excited. I feel like it's going to be great. Yeah.
And have you had a chance to maybe look at Andy's fight from the past, and really how do you kind of see the whole fight playing out? Do you feel that it'll be a fast fight in terms of, like, you're going to look to try and get her out of there real quick? Do you look to drag her into deep waters? What's your approach on that?
I think that it's going to be a really good fight. I think we're both going to come out there banging, you know. She wanted, I wanted more than anybody right now. This is like, I've been working on this for a very long time. So I believe it's going to be a great fight. I would like to get a finish, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
I didn't want to walk out there with my hand raised, that's for sure.
Excellent. Good stuff. Well, I wanted to thank you for your time on this. I really appreciate it. We're really looking forward to meeting you in person. I know it's been a long time of chats over email and phone calls and things. So we're looking forward to it. So yeah, it'll be Crystal Van Wyk against Andy Nguyen. That'll be on March 12th, Lion Fight 64. and live, of course, on UFC Fight Pass. So we are looking forward to seeing you. Crystal, thank you for your time today. And Nathan, thank you. And we'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you, Crystal.